So hello guys, this is group 11. So there are Joshua, Hans, and Diah, and me, Rangga. So we are discuss about inquiry-based learning.
U.S. philosopher and liberal education reformer John Dewey advocated learning through inquiry. His work to change pedagogical methods and curricula in 1960 was developed into classroom experiences in the 1930s. Although initially influencing school in the United States, Dewey's influence spread worldwide. John Dewey's reform of the educational system led to the first inquiry-based learning methods in the United States.
What is inquiry-based learning? Inquiry-based learning is an education approach that focuses on investigation and problem solving. Inquiry-based learning is different from traditional approaches because it reverses the order of learning. Rather than the teacher telling students what they need to know, students are encouraged to explore the material, ask questions, and share ideas.
So the four forms of inquiry. The first one is confirmation inquiry. Learners are given a question as well as a method to which the result is already known. The goal is to confirm the results. This enables learners to reinforce already established ideas and to practice their investigative skills. And then number two is structure inquiry. Learners are given the question and the method of achieving the result, but the goal is to provide an explanation that is already supported by the evidence gathered during and through the investigative process. Then number three is guided inquiry. So learners are only given a question. The main goal is to design the method of investigation and then test the question itself. This type of inquiry is not typically as structured as the previously mentioned forms. The last one is open inquiry. So learners must form their own questions, design investigative methods, and then carry out the inquiry itself. They must present their result at the end of the process.
The 5 steps of inquiry-based learning. First one is ask question. The first step is the formulation of a question or of questions related to the topic of the inquiry. The question can be posed by the teacher or by the students. And the second one is probe into various situations. Once a question is posed, students are encouraged to investigate the topic by gathering information from sources that either the teacher provides or within learning resources or tools that are readily available to the students. And the third one is conduct analysis and provide description. When enough information related to the topic of inquiry is gathered, it is organized in categories or outlined by highlighting the important information relative to the topic. This helps the student make connection with new learning. And then communicate findings verbally or in writing. It means the information is discussed and analyzed for further understanding. The teacher can direct the discussion and highlight the implication that arise from the investigation and show how it relates to the solution of the problem. And the last one is think about the information and knowledge obtained. Students' reflections are encouraged and serve as a way to relate back to the inquiry and retest the steps that lead to the conclusion. This also serves to reinforce the model so that students can repeat the process in any problem-solving situation.
So the next topic is this method effective? So just like experiential learning, inquiry-based learning actively engage students in the learning process. Students aren't just hearing or writing what they are learning. Instead, students get the chance to explore a topic more deeply and learn from their own first-hand experiences.
The benefits of inquiry-based learning: enhance learning experiences for students, teaches skills needed for all areas of learning, foster curiosity in students, deepens students' understanding of topics, allows students to take ownership of their learning, increases engagement with the material, creates a love of learning.
And the last one is the disadvantages of inquiry-based learning. The first one, poorer standardized testing performance. When too much time is dedicated to student inquiries, there's always the risk that important core topics could be left out. And the second, student confusion. In inquiry-based learning, students are required to speak up and participate. For the most part, this is a good thing. However, there is also the risk of confusing students who may not be quick thinkers or who suffer from learning disabilities and processing issues. And the third, teacher unpreparedness. For certain teachers, inquiry-based learning is too haphazard. It prevents them from being able to prepare properly, which hurts their ability to engage students on a meaningful level. And anytime a teacher is unprepared, the classroom suffers as a result.
So thank you guys about giving an attention to our presentation about inquiry-based learning. See you guys. Cheers.